Sir, I consider it a privilege to place this recommendation of the Lok Sabha before the honorable members of this House. The motion for reference of the Constitution Amendment Bill was adopted almost unanimously by the Lok Sabha, so this recommendation has the backing of more than 97% of the members of the Lok Sabha. The motion for reference of this bill, which is of more than ordinary importance, was made by the Prime Minister himself. He dealt with this subject in his own lucid and inimitable way in his opening and concluding speeches. I do not think it is necessary for me to go into matters of detail here. Even ordinarily at this stage we would be concerned only with the broad principles of the bill. It has already been discussed at great length in the other House. I only hope that it will be viewed in a similar spirit of understanding and sympathy by the honorable members of the Rajya Sabha. They are perhaps reputed for greater sobriety and wisdom. Sir, I fully realize that the amendment of the Constitution stands entirely on a different footing from any alteration of the municipal or domestic laws of administration. Here we are concerned with matters of a basic and vital character, and it is necessary to weigh every proposition dispassionately in an objective manner so that our decisions may be sound. Our Constitution was framed by the choicest of the chosen in our land, so it has to be treated with tenderness, with profound respect, and so far as possible it should not be disturbed except for very adequate and even for only compelling reasons. I feel that the amending bill satisfies these tests, and that is why I am making this motion. Our Constitution enshrines the main principle and objective of our national policy. Our society is to be based on the twin pillars of social and economic justice. The preamble embodies the main objective for which the Parliament is designed and intended to function. It has, besides the preamble, the directive principles, which is a way chalk out the road which will lead to the goal which has been defined in the Constitution. Still, in greater detail, we have also certain fundamental rights which are equally entitled to every consideration and regard. Besides, the Constitution provides for an independent judiciary and the Supreme Court. So far as my friend Mr. Mishra is concerned, and so far as my friend Mr. Madhu is concerned, they did not expect much good out of the policy which we had initiated last year, and they also did not expect any good out of the policy which we have enunciated this time, but they have not told us what is the better policy which can serve the objective which we have placed before ourselves. Now, sir, I would like to point out one thing. There is no question of surrender, and there is no question of reversal in our policy. I can reiterate and emphasize that so far as this government and our party are concerned, we accept the socialist path as the proper path for the purpose of development and progress of this country. We are very clear about this. We shall pursue this path. Maybe that we may have to change the emphasis from time to time. Maybe we may have to change the direction from time to time, but we hope that the goal that we have set before ourselves will be achieved in the long run. Now, the question before us is this: why did the policy which we had placed before the House and was accepted by it was not a success? I can give you a number of reasons for this. One of the main reasons why the policy had failed is this: the very honorable members who are now criticizing us had created such a psychology in the country, and on the basis of which it was not possible for us to obtain food grains from the cultivators. I would like my honorable friends to realize one thing: this was the policy placed before the country by us. Sir, it is not possible for the farmers to earn their livelihood from farming alone, as they do not have the facilities to grow crops throughout the year in every area. They remain idle for several months in a year. How can they meet their family expenses when they have no work? In order to generate employment as well as purchasing power, the government should create jobs of some kind or the other. In this connection, I would like to stress on dairy development